Then they are saying that another question is about reproduction, and that is the female, that is the male. You have A, which is vas deferens, B, which is epididymis, and C, which is testis. Identify A, we have seen it, which is vas deferens. They're saying that state the function of B. What is B? What is B? That is the epididymis. The function of the epididymis stores sperms for maturation. Yes, stores sperm for maturation. And then they're saying during vasectomy, that is cutting. When you talk about the vasectomy, is the cutting. Ne? Yes, the cutting of the vas deferens. A is cut and tied as shown in the diagram. Semen will not be released during copulation. Explain the composition of semen after vasectomy. Yes, basically semens will not contain semens will not contain sperms because now it has been blocked. Eh? If you look at it here, the sperms are here. They have been blocked. It means that they can't go up. So basically, they won't contain sperms. Why? Because they won't be transported. And if they are not transported, it means that what will contain in the semen, it will be only the fluid coming from the accessory glands. And what are the accessory glands? Accessory glands are the prostate gland, vas deferens, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, and seminal vesicles. Those are the three accessory glands which are supposed to be there. Then they're saying that explain how this condition may affect fertility. How this will affect fertility. Which situation now? Oh, okay. In some cases, male are born with the part C located inside the body, which it will fail to descend into the scrotum. Where is C? Oh, the testis, which produce the sperms. So explain how this will affect. Basically, it will affect because the temperature of the testis inside the body will be too much. And then if the temperatures are too much, the sperms will not be produced on the high quantities. Remember, for fertilization to take place, you need a high number of sperms. And then now, if it has produced less sperms, it means that the sperms may not be enough to carry out fertilization. And then now, what happens? Definitely, it means that fertilization, you have problems with the fertilizing. Like you see people having, for example, two couple. They are looking for a baby for a long period of time, but the problem could be, if not the side of the lady, side of the men, one of the problem could be that the men produce less sperms, so that they can travel. Remember to swim from the vagina to the fallopian tube where fertilization takes place. It's like swimming across Indian Ocean. You have to be with a lot. Imagine the people in this country, South Africa, for example, and then you put all of them to swim across Indian Ocean. Very few will survive to the end. And there will be so many obstacles during that course. You understand? So very few will swim across the Indian Ocean. So it means that you have to be with a large number of sperms so that at least some can swim to the end and then they carry out fertilization. So if you have less number of sperms because the testes are up and they can't provide favorable temperature for the sperm production, that's why they're hanging, so that they can provide favorable temperature for sperm production. Then it means that the sperms will be few in numbers. And then if they're few in numbers, they are most likely not to reach the fallopian tube to carry out fertilization. If they don't reach there, it means that the consequence will be less ability or less probability of the egg to be fertilized. That's the meaning. Describe the process of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, we have to explain the way how we are supposed to explain in the modern way of our examination guideline. So it's not like the way we are explaining them in the previous books. So in our book, you can see exactly how you're supposed to explain it, but this is how you're supposed to explain it. When you talk about the process of spermatogenesis and oogenesis, is almost the same. So you can say that under the influence of the testosterone, the diploid cell, which is 2N, the diploid cell, which is 2N, yes, will undergo what we call meiosis. And this diploid cell is found in the seminiferous tube. So it will undergo meiosis to form the haploid sperm cells. Basically, you have one cell divide into 2, then divide into 4. These are the one which form, so under the influence of testosterone, we give you a tick, you mentioning the word testosterone. The diploid cell, this diploid cell, which is 2N, will undergo mitosis. When it undergoes mitosis, it forms, which is found in the seminiferous tube, and then it forms, you saying the word meiosis, it will undergo meiosis. It will also a tick. So testosterone is a tick, meiosis is a tick, and then where is it located? In the seminiferous tube is another tick. So those are 3 ticks. And then to form the haploid, the word haploid, 1N, yeah, haploid sperm cells is also a tick. Basically, that's what we want, nothing else. Don't put too many words. We don't want them. That's what we want. When you're marking, that's what we are looking for. Go to our book, download it, and then try to use it, and then you see if you want to get a distinction. All right. They're saying that describe how the development of the embryo is protected and nourished in the oviviparous organisms. How is the development of the embryo nourished and protected? So they're saying that describe how the developing embryo is protected and nourished under oviviparous animals. So these are animals whereby you have ovi, which means the ovum, and then vivi means inside. So it means that the ovum is developing inside the mother's body. Yes, but it does not obtain nutrients from the mother. It obtains nutrients from the ovum. That's why it's called ovoviviparous. So how is it nourished and protected? Basically, you have 2 questions which you are supposed to answer. So you're supposed to look for way forward for protection, and you're supposed to look for way forward for nourishment. So protection, you look at the amniotic egg, the way the layers, what you call the extra embryonic membranes. The first one is the allantois. This one protects the embryo by removing the waste product. Allantois is basically for waste product. You understand? And then you talk about the amniotic fluid, which is very important for shock absorber. It helps in the shock absorber. Then you can talk about the shell, which is very important for covering and for protection, brings about the protection. These shells, they have holes, small holes to allow the air to go through. Yes. And then you can also talk about it is inside the mother's body. That's why it's vivi. It's inside the mother's body. So it means that it won't be eaten by the predators. To eat that egg, you have to eat the mother. Yes. It's like a gate. To reach the eggs, you have to eat the mother, and then you reach the eggs. So it is being protected by the mother. So you can talk about something like that for the baby. But you saying because it is viviparous, you need to talk about is being protected by the mother first, at least. Yes. Then number 2 is nourished. How is it nourished? The embryo receives nutrients from where? It receives nutrients from the egg yolk, not the mother. I said it. That's why you have this word ovo. Not the mother, from the egg yolk. And then also it also receives nutrients from the albumin. That is the outside part, that white part. When you eat the egg, that white part you eat is what called the albumin. So basically, that's what you need to answer on that.